Hello friends, my name is Tawfiq and you're watching my channel Graphics Den. So in this video in Photoshop, we are going to create this really cool text effect using clipping mask option and few other things. So let's get started. First of all, let me revert this image. So I have chosen this particular image. You can choose any image that you want. First of all, we need to select the subject, the area that we want to show or display. So in this particular example, I'm not going to pay too much attention to quality of the selection since this is not a selection tutorial, but it would be better if you select it properly. So this is good enough for me, and I'm going to press Ctrl J or Command J to take the copy of the selection, and I'm going to delete this background layer. So only the selection will remain. Now I'm going to take a couple of new layers using the layer panel, and I'm going to take one layer below the image or the image that we have selected, and we can choose any color that we want. So firstly, I'm going to color it by white color. You can choose any color that we want, and again, since we have applied this on a separate layer, we can always change the color. So this doesn't really matter. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this top layer, which is a blank layer, in between the two layers, and I'm going to make it a clipping mask. You can simply right click and choose create clipping mask from here, or you can always press and hold Alt or Option key and left click. So this will be linked to this bottom layer over here. Since there is nothing on this middle layer, so we cannot see anything. Now one more thing that we want to do, we need to select whatever that is present in the top layer. So press and hold Ctrl or Command key and click on the thumbnail. So we will get this selection. This is very important so that our brush won't go outside this area. So this is really important. Now we need to create some brushes. So I have already taken a text. I will take it again. You can choose whatever font you like, but remember our text color needs to be black so that we will get proper result, or the darkest color that we need to choose. So black is the darkest color, so choose black color for the text color and keep the background white to get the maximum result of the brush. Remember this thing. Now create a brush of this text using edit and define brush preset. You can name whatever you want, so I'll name it Emma. So this is our brush that we have created. Now you can simply draw the brush over here one by one like this, or you can simply go to brush setting, which is present over here, and if you want you can go to window and brush settings. You will get the same thing from here and there. You will get the same thing whichever place you prefer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to scattering and I'm going to scatter the brush. So this is how it will look. Scatter and choose the value that you like. Now I'm again going to go to brush tip shapes and I'm increasing the spacing. If you don't want to increase, that is okay. It is my personal preference that I want to increase the spacing. Then again I'm going to go to scattering, and this looks good to me. Now I want some variation in size of the brushes, so I'm going to go to shape dynamics and side jitter. So it will make, or it will create variation in the size of the brush like this. If you don't want it, don't do it, but it looks good, it looks better. Now since the work is done, I can close the brush setting, or you can keep it on, doesn't matter. Now make the brush smaller to get maximum impact or maximum effect like this. Now you don't want to draw too much because we need to see the text. If we draw it like this, if we make it like this, then there is no point in creating this brush. And if you want to delete this, simply press delete key, it will be removed. Again I'm going to do the same thing like this. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the spacing a little bit more, so I'll get nice spacing between the words or text brushes. like this. So this is the result that I'm getting, but don't draw it too much. Now let's say if I want a vertical brush right over here in her arms, on her arms rather, so I will change the angle from here 90 degrees, so it will make it vertical, and I can simply draw it over here. So let's say if I want to see it properly, I can change the color of the background. Let's say if I want black color, simply choose black color and press Alt or Option and backspace to get the black color. Again we need to Control Command and left click so that we get this selection. Again we can perform the same thing like this. Zoom it a little bit so that you will see it properly, and like this you can draw. You can create a really nice text effect, but again don't draw it too much, otherwise the effect won't look good or it won't be visible at all if you overuse this. Just make sure that the person in the image or the thing or whatever object that you have chosen, that should be recognizable. That is our main aim. Otherwise you can choose wherever you want to draw the brush like this, and you can always choose, let's say if I want more than one brush, you can always choose multiple brushes. You simply need to create another brush and use it, but in this case I'm only using one brush, that is one text. You can choose any number of brushes that you want. Again I'm going to make it vertical 90 degrees and draw some brushes over here like this, and it depends upon your creativity that how do you want this, and you can always choose more than one, like 7, 8, 10 brushes if you want, but it has to look good, it has to look attractive. Again I'm going to make the angle 0 and draw it something over here, and I'm changing the brush size using the square brackets, as you may know. So this looks good to me, and you can always play with the background, whatever background that you want, like this. You can always play with the background color. Since we have created a separate layer for background, you can always choose different backgrounds. So that is this easy to create this really cool effect. So do try this out and use different images, use different font style, different text, and maybe multiple text if you want, but do try this out. This is really fun to create and you can use it in your designs. So that's it for this video. I hope you find this video useful. If you do, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye bye and cheers.